Hello everyone. We'll be solving now the part 3 VTU numericals from module 2. So here we'll be solving the numerical from the topic MOSFET internal capacitances, and this problem was given in your model question paper issued by VTU. So let's solve this problem quickly. So here we are given an N channel MOSFET with TUX value of 10 nanometer, L of 1 micro, W is 10 micrometers, LOV, that is the overlap length, is 0.05 micrometer. CSV naught, CDV naught 10 femtofarads. V naught is zero point 0.6. VSV given to you is 1 volts. VDS is 2 volts. Now they are asking you to calculate COX, COV, CGS, CGD, CSV and CDV. What are these resistances? We'll quickly have a look on this. This topic we studied MOSFET internal capacitances. We saw this is your CGB, this is your C, this is your source, gate, and this is drain. So this is CSV, this is nothing but CDB, and because of the overlapping here, this is nothing but CGS. Overlapping here, we have CGD. So we need to find out all these given here. Let's quickly calculate them. Now, in this problem, since they haven't mentioned what is the material of dielectric used here, so we'll assume that it is SiO2. If it's mentioned, it's good, but we are assuming SiO2 since nothing is mentioned. For SiO2, your epsilon OX is nothing but 3.9 times of epsilon naught. So let's find out COX first. COX is nothing but oxide capacitance per unit area, that is equal to epsilon OX upon TOX. Epsilon OX is 3.9 epsilon naught. Epsilon naught is nothing but 8.854 into 10 to the power minus 12, which is a constant. TOX is 10 nanometers. So 10 nanometers means 10 into 10 to the power minus 9. When you calculate, you will get the value as 3.45 into 10 to the power minus 3 farad per meter square. Now, second I need to calculate is COV. COV is nothing but, we studied in MOSFET internal capacitances, is equal to W LOV into COX. So W is almost 10 micro. This is 10 micro. Substitute here. LOV is 0.05 micro. It's given here. Next, put the value of COX, that is 3.45 we got here. 10 to the power minus 3, when you calculate, you will get 1.725 femtofarads. Femto means 10 to the power minus 15. Let's calculate the third value, CGS. CGS is nothing but 2 by 3 WLCOX plus COV. Why I wrote this value? Because we studied, it's given, MOSFET operates in saturation. So if it operates in saturation, the value is this plus overlap capacitance. When you substitute the value, you'll get the value as 24.725 femtofarads. Let's calculate the next value. Next is CGD. CGD for saturation is 0, but we should have a overlap capacitance also, so 0 plus COV. So COV is nothing but 1.725 we calculate. So this is equal to 1.725 femtofarads. Let's calculate the fifth value. Now, in the fifth value, they are calculating the CSV and CDV. So we can calculate the CSV and CDV. How we can do that is, we know already CSV is this capacitance and CDV is this capacitance. CSV and CDV are junction capacitances. Formula for junction capacitance is CSV naught root 1 plus VSV divided by V naught. CSV naught 10 into 10 to the power minus 15 given to you, root 1 plus VSV. VSV is given to you 1 volt. I'll put V naught is given to 0.6. When you solve, you'll get the value as near about 4.08 femtofarads, or even write this as approximately 4.1 femtofarads. 6. You need to find out CDB also. CdV formula is CdV naught 1 plus VdV divided by V naught. This is given to me, that is nothing but 10 femtofarad root 1 plus VdV divided by V naught. V naught is 0.6. But VdV is not given to me. VdV I can find out by the summation of your VSV and VDS. So VSV given to me is 1, VDS is 2. So VdV will be 3 volt. Because why I can write like this? Because VSV is nothing but Vs minus Vv and VDS is nothing but Vd minus Vs. So if you solve this, you'll get Vd minus Vv. Vd minus Vv is nothing but Vdv. So this is 3 volt. In place of this, if I substitute 3, calculate, it will come here about 4.1 femtofarads. So this way we can solve the problem which was given in the VTU question paper. Let's solve another problem which is related to quartz crystal oscillator. So this is your equivalent circuit of quartz crystal oscillator, where you have a capacitance in parallel with the series combination of R, L and Cs. Let's solve it. It's given L is 0.52. So L is 0.52 Henry. Cs here is given to you 0.012 picofarads. Cp is 4 picofarad. This small r given to you is 120 ohms. This is to mention here, this problem is also given in your VTU question, model question paper. So we'll solve the value of Fs, which is series resonant frequency, Fp, which is parallel resonant frequency, and Q is nothing but the quality factor. Quality factor, we already know, it is given by the relation which specifies omega naught, L and R. So this is the formula. Fs is nothing but, we already know the formula, 1 upon 2 pi root LCS. Put the value of L as 0.52, CS as 0.012 pico. When you substitute, you'll get near about 2.015 megahertz. You can get near about that also. Near about this value, you'll get 2.0, some 1.8 or 2.02 megahertz. I've written this, I got this value. Now I will calculate Fp. Fp is nothing but 1 upon 2 pi root L C equivalent. C equivalent is nothing but, I can write here 1 upon 2 pi root L. C equivalent is CS Cp divided by CS plus Cp. CS is given to you, that is 0.012 picofarad. Cp is given to you 4 picofarad. Put the value, L is given to you 0.52. When you calculate the value, you will get near about 2.016 megahertz I got. Near about this value you will get. Now, what is the value of Q? Now Q I need to find out. So Q I can find out using the formula, which is omega naught L divided by R. So this is the formula of Q. So when I calculate Q, let's calculate the value of Q here. Q is nothing but omega naught L over R. So in place of omega naught, I can write 2 pi F naught L over R. This is small r as given in the problem. Put the value of 2 pi F naught here, that is 2.015 megahertz, which I got, into L is how much? Given to me in the problem 0.52 Henry, and R is given to me in the problem as 120 ohms. Substitute. We'll get the value near about 54835. So this value you can get near about 55,000 or 54,000 to 55,000, depending on what value you get for this F naught here. So this is the quality factor which you got for your oscillator. In next video, we'll see some more problem. Thank you.